15 moments when Meghan really pissed off the royal family. Meghan's entry into the centuries-old institution of the British monarchy was an unprecedented modern-day situation. As a biracial, divorced American actress, she defied virtually all traditional stereotypes of what a royal bride should be. From the outset, her assimilation into the royal family was placed under intense scrutiny by royal watchers, critics, and the press. Every perceived breach of protocol, family disagreement, or lifestyle choice invited fervent debate about her suitability for the role. For Meghan's part, her pioneering background as a feminist, philanthropist, and social media heavyweight meant she likely had different expectations for her duties as a working royal. Here are 15 times when Meghan really pissed off the royal family. Number 1. The Oprah Winfrey interview, 2021. In March 2021, Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, and Prince Harry gave a bombshell interview to Oprah Winfrey. This candid tell-all conversation was perhaps the most significant point of public tension between the couple and the royal family. They discussed their struggles with mental health, allegations of racist comments about their son Archie's skin color, and the lack of support they felt from the institution during Meghan's pregnancy troubles. Most controversially, Meghan claimed that a senior member of the royal family had expressed concerns about how dark Archie's skin might be before he was born. This interview sent shockwaves through the monarchy as the allegations of racism and negligence towards Meghan's mental health struck at the heart of the royal family's public image. The late Queen Elizabeth responded by stating that the issues raised, particularly of race, were concerning and would be addressed privately. However, the damage to the family's reputation was significant. King Charles, then still the Prince of Wales, was rumored to be particularly dismayed by the interview's fallout. Number 2. Announcement of Step Back, January 2020. On January 8, 2020, Meghan and Prince Harry dropped a bombshell by announcing on Instagram their decision to step back from royal duties and pursue a more financially independent life. This announcement reportedly came as a complete surprise to the royal family, including the late Queen Elizabeth. The decision to make this major life change public before seeking formal agreement from the monarch was seen as a breach of protocol and a lack of respect for the chain of command within the royal family. The palace swiftly responded that these were complicated issues that would take time to resolve. Behind the scenes, the historic Sandringham Summit was hastily arranged for the Queen to meet with Prince Charles, Prince William, and Prince Harry to hash out the terms of this step back. The abrupt nature of the announcement, coming before any agreement was reached, caused major embarrassment and drew accusations that the couple had blindsided the royal family with their plans. Number 3. The use of the term royal. After announcing their intention to step back as senior royals, Meghan and Harry revealed plans to establish their own household office and brand, initially intending to use the name Sussex Royal. However, the move set off discussions with Buckingham Palace about the appropriateness and legal implications of a non-working royal continuing to use the term royal commercially. The late Queen's stern stance was that the couple could not have it both ways, either be working representatives of the monarchy or completely sever ties. Eventually, Meghan and Harry acquiesced and agreed not to use royal in any branding after their departure, likely disappointing their lucrative fans for the Sussex Royal brand they had already launched. This was an early example of the realities of their half-in, half-out roles, causing consternation at the palace. Number 4. Meghan's Baby Shower in New York, 2019. In February 2019, ahead of the birth of her son Archie, the then very pregnant Duchess of Sussex sparked controversy with a lavish baby shower held in New York City. The extravagant event included a luxury hotel suite, pricey cakes, and celebrity friends like Amal Clooney and Serena Williams flying in on private jets. The total cost was estimated in the hundreds of thousands. While baby showers are common in the U.S., the overt displays of wealth and celebrity were seen by some as out of step with the relatively frugal public image cultivated by the British royal family. The flashy celebration raised eyebrows and accusations of excess that highlighted Meghan's Hollywood roots clashing with royal decorum. Behind palace doors, the shower was reportedly seen as being in poor taste so soon before the birth of a royal baby funded by taxpayers. Number 5. Altercation over wedding tiara, 2018. In the lead-up to Meghan and Prince Harry's royal wedding in May 2018, a reported disagreement emerged around which tiara the bride would wear. According to inside sources, Meghan had set her heart on an emerald tiara that belonged to the late Princess Diana. However, the Queen allegedly blocked this choice, deeming the headpiece unsuitable. While naturally wanting to incorporate cherished family heirlooms on their wedding day, refusing the Queen's directives over the ceremonial headpiece would have been seen as a sign of disrespect towards the monarch. In the end, Meghan wore a diamond and platinum tiara from the Queen Mary collection. But the tabloid controversy overshadowed joy surrounding the accessories. Number 6. Tights protocol at royal wedding, 2018. On her wedding day to Prince Harry in May 2018, Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, broke from a long-standing royal tradition by choosing not to wear tights or stockings with her dress. This sparked debate as female members of the royal family have typically been expected to wear nude stockings for formal occasions as a matter of protocol and etiquette. The choice to go bare-legged was viewed by some royal watchers as a subtle way for the new Duchess to bend the rules and bring a more modern, relatable style to the monarchy. However, others saw it as a disrespectful snub of royal conventions from the very start of her tenure as a working royal. Meghan's fashion choices came under intense scrutiny from the beginning, with this hosiery decision highlighting how even small deviations can be amplified and criticized. While it may seem a trivial matter, the debate exemplified the intense pressure and rigid expectations placed on female royals in particular to follow long-standing traditions to the letter. As an American used to more relaxed styles, Meghan's perspectives on popular dress codes were already clashing with the centuries-old norms of the British royal family. Number 7. Private jet controversy, 2019. In the summer of 2019, Meghan and Prince Harry faced harsh criticism and accusations of hypocrisy after taking several trips via private jet. This drew backlash from environmental activists who claimed the flight's carbon emissions undermined the couple's vocal advocacy for climate change action and sustainable travel. The controversy began when they were photographed boarding a private plane to fly to the luxury Côte d'Azur resort in France, just days after Meghan had attended an event to promote child welfare and environmental conservation. Further private jet trips that year to locations like Ibiza and Italy continued to stoke public outrage over the perceived double standards. Within the royal family, the private jet backlash caused disappointment and was seen as damaging the broader institution's public image on environmental issues. King Charles, whose environmental activism and philosophy have been well documented over decades, was reportedly quite dismayed by the negative attention his son and daughter-in-law had invited through their air travel choices. Number 8. Frogmore Cottage Renovations, 2019. In 2019, it was revealed that £2.4 million of British taxpayer money had been spent to renovate Frogmore Cottage in Windsor, which would serve as Meghan and Harry's official residence. The substantial cost covered a luxury redesign, including additions like a $60,000 kitchen. Details of the expensive project's price tag grew intense public scrutiny and backlash over the lavish use of public funds on home upgrades for the financially comfortable couple. Critics accused Meghan and Harry of being out of touch and taking advantage of their royal status to live an extravagant lifestyle subsidized by taxpayers. The late Queen Elizabeth was forced to publicly address the controversy, with the palace asserting the newlyweds had paid for the furnishings and decor themselves. However, reports persisted that the monarch was concerned of how poorly the optics of such spending reflected on the royal family's reputation for prudence and austerity during challenging economic times. Number 9. The Sandringham Summit, January 2020. When Meghan and Harry abruptly announced their plans to step back as senior royals in January 2020, the shocking news prompted an emergency family summit at the Queen's Sandringham estate. This meeting, quickly dubbed the Sandringham Summit in the media, took place on January 13th and included the late Queen Elizabeth, Prince Charles, Prince William, and Prince Harry. The goal was to hash out a workable roadmap for the Sussexes' future roles, obligations, and finances after their desire to become financially independent and split time between the UK and North America. However, it underscored the seriousness of the situation and the depth of the growing divide between Harry, Meghan, and the working members of the royal family. For the Queen to call such an unprecedented meeting, disrupting her holiday at Sandringham, spoke volumes about her concern over the potential damage to the monarchy. It took weeks of further negotiations to finalize an agreement, highlighting how unprepared the palace was for Harry and Meghan's bombshell announcement. Number 10. Leaving the royal WhatsApp groups. As Meghan and Prince Harry transitioned to their non-working roles in 2020, one symbolic move reportedly saw them leaving the royal family's unofficial WhatsApp group chat. While seemingly a small gesture, it underscored the growing emotional and operational distance between the Duke and Duchess of Sussex and the rest of the royal family. The WhatsApp group has served as an information way for senior royals and their communications teams to coordinate schedules, events, and announcements in real time. By exiting this back channel of royal communications, Harry and Meghan were signaling their disconnection from the day-to-day operations, gossip, and familial bonds shared via the group. While the precise details were not made public by the palace, the decision was seen as the severing of one of the last direct lineages of royal communication between the Sussexes and King Charles, along with Prince William and his wife Catherine, once Meghan and Harry were no longer based at Frogmore Cottage. It marked another incremental step towards their inevitably more separate lives going forward. Number 11. The naming of their daughter, Lilibet, 2021. In June 2021, Meghan and Harry welcomed their second child, a daughter whom they named Lilibet Lily Diana Mountbatten Windsor. The choice of the name Lilibet, the private family nickname used by the late Queen Elizabeth from childhood, sparked discussions about whether the couple had received the appropriate permissions from the monarch. While Harry claimed they'd gotten the Queen's blessing to use her deeply personal moniker, reports surfaced that the palace had not been consulted in advance on the baby's name. Some royal experts saw it as another example of Harry and Meghan putting their desires first without being mindful of appropriate protocol when it involved the late Queen so directly. The naming further highlighted the gradual fraying of the couple's ties to the working members of the royal family. By that point, their relationships with King Charles and Prince William were quite strained due to the many controversies. Using the Queen's nickname so brazenly was viewed as potentially hurtful and a rallying cause for critics who felt the Sussexes lacked respect for royal traditions. Number 12. The timing of their pregnancy announcement, 2021. In February 2021, news broke that Meghan was pregnant with her and Harry's second child, daughter Lily. However, the timing of the announcement, which coincided with the christening of Princess Eugenie's son, August, sparked speculation about whether it was a calculated move to steal the limelight. Typically, the palace works to ensure one royal event doesn't overshadow another on the same day out of respect and decorum. So Meghan and Harry dropping their baby bombshell on Eugenie's special family occasion was seen by some as disregarding those unwritten rules and overshadowing another branch of the royal family. The controversy highlighted how virtually any move by the Duke and Duchess invited intense scrutiny and suspicion from royal watchers about their motives and consideration for the royal family's interests. Whether the timing was intentional or not, it provided more fodder for those who believed Harry and Meghan prioritized promoting their own narrative and brand over royal protocol. Number 13. The publication of Finding Freedom, 2020. In August 2020, the controversial biography Finding Freedom about Meghan and Harry's experiences hit the shelves. Written by reporters Omid Scobie and Carolyn Durand, the book was criticized for reheating many of the Sussexes' grievances with the palace and taking numerous swipes at other royals like Prince William and his wife Catherine. While the authors insisted Meghan and Harry had not been interviewed for the book, the intimate knowledge of their perspectives drew skepticism. The palace was reportedly displeased with how sympathetically it portrayed the Sussexes against the stuffy, outdated vipers working for the monarchy. The book's less than flattering depictions of King Charles raised eyebrows and were seen as breaking the royal family's strict, never complain, never explain mantra about internal affairs. Published just as Harry and Meghan had stepped back, its existence underscored the growing divides and bitterness that could not be contained despite them exiting as working royals. Number 14. Meghan's lawsuit against the Mail on Sunday. In a break from traditional royal protocol of avoiding legal conflicts with the media, Meghan launched a high-profile lawsuit against the Mail on Sunday tabloid in 2020. Her suit claimed the newspaper had illegally published a private letter she wrote to her estranged father, Thomas Markle, after her wedding. By choosing to take legal action against a newspaper, Meghan was diverging from the royal family's standard approach of never complaining, never explaining in their dealings with the press. It marked a major departure from how other senior royals like the late Queen Elizabeth and King Charles had opted to refrain from litigious moves against negative coverage. Meghan's decision to sue reflected her unwillingness to stay silent against media intrusion into her private life, even if it meant breaking from time-worn precedents set by the monarchy. While she ultimately won the lengthy and expensive court battle, the legal fracas provided more grist for those who believed she was unwilling to embrace the restraints and stoicism expected of members of the royal family. Number 15. Speaking out about voting, 2020. In the lead-up to the 2020 U.S. presidential election, the Duchess of Sussex sparked controversy by speaking out about the importance of voting during an ABC television appearance and on the couple's social media. While she did not explicitly endorse a candidate, her comments were interpreted by many as opposition to then-President Donald Trump. Meghan's remarks drew criticism that she had broken with the royal family's long tradition of political neutrality and not influencing elections. Some experts argue that her status as a member of the monarchy at the time precluded her from voicing even seemingly benign statements that could sway voters. The episode highlighted Meghan's comfort in pushing boundaries and prioritizing her American identity over adhering to protocols around political impartiality historically followed by British royals. While no longer a working royal by that point, her profile as a duchess made the mere perception of trying to impact a democratic election a breach of customary royal reserve. From the explosive Oprah interview to battles over tiaras, baby names, and private jets, it's clear Meghan's entry into the royal family was anything but smooth sailing. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this entire saga down in the comments below. Which of these 15 moments most clearly indicated the fractures within the royal family? Do you think Meghan received fair treatment, or did she cross too many lines with royal protocol? Be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel for more engaging content. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye!